When he cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna hit his ass with this virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all of y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move when he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
But I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell them get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
And it's easy to get a quote at Liberty Mutual.
Love, man. No coming, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Go back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Go back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat right. Shit, I used to live the street life. Yeah, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, and put us on the feet in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G on. Gotta keep it G. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, say they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy while I'm chilling with the family. Tell them a real nigga landed. Dressed in all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back, now we fall. And Babylon fall. You know the path a nigga walk. Now I'm going in the wind, trying to stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. About to make the shit tremble. 144, the rebel. Yeah. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole mob. And all that we fear is our father. And I'm headed for the top dollars. And ain't none gonna stop it. None gonna stop. No Calvador nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Go back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No Calvador nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. Go back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
Ain't got no time to play, ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. Ain't got no time to play, ain't no other way. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now. I got them soldiers on the way now.
Wait, stop. Don't skip this video because I've...
Yeah. 144. Yeah. But the Rex get to it. Ain't taking no slack, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Dispute it, I can prove it. Whoa, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cowards, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. Hey. I don't care what they talking. All I want is my Porsche. I'ma ride up clean. Look at me, I'm a false. Kill them off like a boss. Nigga, you better stop it. I'm all about my profit. I'm shooting off like a rocket. Who got to blow these niggas out the water? He go harder, go harder. Steph Curry, fourth quarter. All I got is my niggas. All I fear is my father. All I bring is that slaughter. Bomb on the Pearl Harbor. He ain't real, he alive. If he real, who am I? Not his ass in the fire. Duplicate till I die. Please don't cross the line. Try to stop trying. Bomb shop is barbed wire. I'm on the grind. Let's get to it. Double time and believe. You ain't harming me, nigga. I brought a whole army of niggas. So I ain't move with precision. Follow every order given. Let's get to it. Make it shit, get to it. Ain't taking no shit, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it.
Michael. Good 1, 2.
Can we hear you, sir? Can you hear me on the one?
Con, I can hear you. Is it loud and clear? Is it too up?
Con, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ. Somebody make sure everything is set up. And give me like, I guess play the end of this song right here and we're gonna get started, Baba Kusha.
Con, sir.
All right, the water.
Isupk Charlotte, can y'all hear us?
Can I hear you out?
Most High in Christ.
Thaba One. The only thing is I can't see them, Thaba One.
You can't see Charlotte, sir?
La, I cannot see him.
How about now, sir?
All right, Con, the water.
Okay.
Let's get to it. Make it on the race, get to it. Ain't taking no shit, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, bust your blood. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. One, we can do it. Nigga ain't right to it. Ain't no cops, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it.
Hear the truth that I'm speaking. Lot of hate for no reason. Probably don't understand. That's why I got the master plan. And all the power in my hand. Slinging shit on demand. You better watch where you stand. Just get flamed up and ain't changing up for nobody.
They're warfare, what you know about it? This ain't a rap, this a message. Ain't it real, be respected. Fake niggas like a virus. Lot of niggas infected. I came to correct. Bought a whole bunch of soldiers. They move at my discretion. When the rebels hit the entrance, all them niggas hit the exit. Them niggas get the sprinting. I demand your attention. Solid nigga, I ain't folding. Plus you know a nigga hold it. Nigga, look how I'm rolling. Shorty check my demeanor. He's smooth, but I'm cleaner. Flow like Aquafina. Hit him, run the Seraphina. Hold up. Yeah. I gotta deliver. About to have a baby, but I still wanna breathe. Let's get to it. Nothing comes to a dream. I'm strictly dead. I'm all about the business. Rock solid and relentless. You came to make friends. I came to make a killing. That's why I'm gonna kill it. These niggas hurting. That's why I'm fishing, nigga. Do you need a healing? I know you can hear me. I'ma bet you a rookie. And Kanye, you a Donald Trump loving pussy. I'm a kid, you a cook. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm too ready. Let's get to it.
Fuck, man.
No coming on, nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never lived. So back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coming on, nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. So back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a weapon, and I never let it go, never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I used to leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on gold like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, and put us on the feed in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Gotta keep it G. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, said they fucked up the rap game.
I mean, but up on the screen right here on this side. Just 12. Sorry, Christ. Yeah, everybody, Salakia, Akim. Give me a minute, bear with me for a second or two, Bible show. Then we'll get started. Who we got in the class tonight? Go ahead. Do me a favor. Turn that, come over here right quick. Turn that green knob always to the right. Turn that a little bit to your left. Check. That good. Salakia, Tabawan, can you hear me?
Come on, sir.
Charlotte, can y'all hear me?
Come.
Most High in Christ. Everybody in place?
Come.
I'm Most High in Christ. Let's go ahead and clap it up. Get a load of hand, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, once again, we're the Isupk, star of the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Command and Junior Hunter. We are not affiliated with anyone, you understand? And across the nation, in Isupk, is the Monday night scripture breakdown and history class that we go into, where we talk about the history of our people and the things that they've gone through and how to beat the oppressor. And the only way to beat the oppressor is to be obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments. There is no other way. You can try guns, it won't work. You can try Christianity, it will not work. You can try any form of religion on the face of the earth, and I promise you that it will not work. The only thing that the Lord gave us to fight against the oppressor were these law, statutes, and commandments. And the scriptures say this would be our wisdom in the sight of the other nations. You understand? And that's not a fact. Salakia, that's not a guess. That's fact. That's real. That's real. Ain't no changing none of that. So Thought One, man, hit me with some of them hot topics, man. I know you like to do the hot topics, man. What's going on in Israel today, man? What's out there?
Salakia, can you hear me, sir?
Con, I hear you.
I'm sure there's a lot of things going on. One thing that I saw that was absolutely crazy. You know, the sister, the Brat, the rapper.
Con.
I guess her and her wife, girlfriend are expecting a child.
They doing what?
They
hold on. I want you to say this. You got to slow this thing down for me, Thought One. You know, they expecting. Hold on. So you mean to tell me she has a wife?
Con.
Well, she can't have a wife. What it is? There's another woman that's involved. She doesn't have a wife. Right? Okay. There's another woman involved. Then what? Go ahead.
And she put a post up saying, "Oh, we're growing our family." Basically, you know, her wife is pregnant. So they having a baby.
So they're having a baby.
Come.
So what it means is there's a man that has given his sperm over to a woman, and he's the one that's actually having the baby, right?
Concept.
Okay, I was just making sure. But in this artificial scenario that we call America,
right?
This matrix that the idea that a woman can raise can have sex and give birth to from woman to woman is something to rave and post about, right? Somebody tell me what is wrong with this picture. Now the Brat is a rapper, if I'm not mistaken, right? She's from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, too, right? So this is a rapper that's been influenced. She's an influence of kids, of children, if I may. You understand? If I'm not mistaken, she also has a radio station too, right? So the influence that she gives off is that it's okay for gay. What's the word I can use? Thought One. I don't want to get in.
You can say gay, sir. Gay and lesbian.
Gay, lesbian lovers to have a child and raise in a home, correct? All right. Everybody know that, correct? So we the Isupk, right? So what we must do is point out the things that are wrong in the nation when it comes to serving the Lord. So somebody give me a scripture that talks about this inside of the Bible, if I may, Bible Kusha. Now we know it's an absolute disgusting thing to do this. You know, women were not made to lay down with women, and neither were men made to lie down with men. But to say you're going to raise a child in this type of environment is very destructive. You can do the numbers, and you can Google this. Matter of fact, hold on, how does this thing work again? Hey, Google, how destructive is it? I don't want to do that.
Sorry, I don't have any information.
Oh, yeah, did y'all hear what Google said? I didn't want to get it out. Somebody give me some scriptures on this. Hurry up, Baba Kusha. Let's get to it. Who got it? Just say Salakia, because I cannot see your face on the screen. Just say Salakia, and I hear your voice. I know who to call on. Come on. This thing working? Is the microphone working?
I got one, sir.
All right, come on.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Oh my goodness. So let's start with this one. What is the natural nature of childbirth and the natural way that children are born into the earth, right? It goes with what? It's a sexual reproduction that takes place inside of this inside of this man and woman, correct?
Come on.
So we don't know the details of how the brat and this woman have a child together, but it making headlines. So would it somehow there was a male involved in there somewhere, right?
Come on.
But oftentimes we don't understand the mental anguish that takes place of young women when they talk about when they go into a lesbian lifestyle, right?
That's right.
And if you look into the history of a woman and abuse, a lot of times that abuse comes from them having the idea that they can defend themselves against a male. They want to look unattractive to men. They want to be what I'm looking for. The idea that no man would ever harm them again.
That's right.
And that's where the idea of lesbianism come from. Most women, the children, young ladies grow up with the idea of having what? The big nice wedding with the nice dress and all the gowns that the world tells them that they should have. But when you interject a child that's been maybe molested or abused, there's something that the child fights. And those are the demons that other people insert them things into their life as a young lady or a young child. So what you see is a sister like the brat that is absolutely, she's a beautiful sister. She has a nice look about herself. But what she does is she downplays the most natural attributes. What the scripture again, Baba Kusha?
The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections.
Go ahead.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Right. So you're looking at a sister like the brat, right? She is a naturally beautiful sister. All our women are naturally beautiful. You understand? I don't give a damn what type of context or what area that you put them in. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody for everybody. You understand? You may not like the sister that that walk around looking like Slim Jim, whatever, but guess what? There's a brother that does. You may like a sister that's on the heavy side. Ain't nothing wrong with it. More cushion for the pushing. You did. But the one thing that we understand about it is, guess what? There's a natural use for that type of woman. There's a natural use for all women. That's right. And what has happened with a sister like the brat, I guarantee if you look into the history of the brat, she's gone through something as to why she feels like she wants to downplay her natural use for a woman. You understand?
That's right.
I guarantee it. It is an absolute beautiful thing for a sister to bear children with husbands, with men. Jaquan and Jeffro and Bill. Real men. I'm talking about real men names. You understand? But today, things that are going on in the world, man, it's a tragedy, man. It's absolute tragedy. And you know what else? And the other thing about it is, you know how women know that it's beautiful? Because when sisters are pregnant, right? What do women like to do nowadays? In the Isupk, we know that it's wrong, but women do it nowadays. What do they like to do? Anybody know? What do sisters do when they find out that they're pregnant? What's one of the first thing that they do? I'm talking about today. Come on, Kawal.
First thing they do is they think about they're gonna keep it or not.
That's true. But okay, so they've decided that they're gonna have this child, correct? So that's swap. So what's the second thing that women normally do when they find out that, let's say, what's the first time y'all start seeing the
so like they take them pictures, but
they do what?
Take them butt naked photos with their stomach out and all that.
Why? Because they feel like it's what? It's a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
And that's how we found it. That was one of the photos that the brat and her lover took today, right? And it hit the internet, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's a beautiful thing to see a young lady actually take pride in having a child. The problem comes in is the natural use of how she's supposed to be with that man. That man is not there.
Right.
You cannot replace a man from being in a child's life.
That's right.
You cannot do it. Read that verse again, Thaba 1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections.
Who did this?
The Most High.
The Most High did it, man. Come on, Kowal.
It's like it, so I got definition of affection.
Come on.
A feeling or liking of caring for someone or something, tender attachment, fondness. It says a gentle feeling of fondness or liking.
Most High in Christ. Affection. Women yearn for the affection of men. Believe it or not, I don't give a damn what they tell y'all. Women naturally yearn for the affection of men. The problem is women and children deal with demons that attack them at an early age, and the thing that they're supposed to have for men, it is taken away from them. That natural thing to want to see a man involved in your life, it's natural for a woman to be that way. You know that, right?
That's right.
You ever seen like your granddaddy like chop wood? It's always something about that man, that male role model that we see, that women see to be like, that's the kind of what I want. That's the type of husband that I want. That's it. Come on, Kowal.
And that's like you, sir. We just bring us so heavy to that like the scripture because the key word is a vile affection. It's not a good one,
right?
Like a man and a woman and his wives. This is a vile affection.
So somebody give me the definition of a vile.
I got you.
Come on.
It's the definition of vile. It says, Slakia. Vile, extremely unpleasant.
A what?
Extremely unpleasant.
And extremely unpleasant, right?
Morally bad and wicked.
Morally bad or wicked. Come on.
Of little worth or value.
Come on. Of little work or value. Now you tell me, what woman wants that in her life, man? What is that? We are Israel. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people, right? Everything that we do should represent a moral standard. What do you think the law, statutes, and commandments are in place for? They represent what? A moral standard. It gives us our value, right? It gives us our wisdom in the sight of the other nations. Now, I would definitely expect for what's the dude named what's his name? The old track star, the Kardashian. What's his name?
Oh, Bruce
Jenner. What's his name? Bruce Jenner. Now, I was not surprised when I heard about Bruce Jenner. You know what I'm saying? I knew from looking at don't put my business out there, y'all. I'm just saying it, right? I'm not a Kardashian watcher, but I understand what was happening in that household. We seen clearly that this man was being emasculated on all levels. You understand? So I knew it wouldn't be long before he decided he wanted to switch over to vile affection. You understand? So I was not surprised, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not surprised when I see things like that when we deal with the other nations. I'm not surprised when I see the oppressor turn himself over to something like that. I'm not surprised when I see an African doing things like this. But when we talk about Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, God's chosen people, turning themselves over to vile affection, guess what? Somebody's going to suffer, man. Come on, Kowal.
Last thing, Officer Shamir, I brought this out a while ago. He told me that there's something called mores and then morals, and how this ties in what you're saying. How the definition of mores, so you just said, like, we have law, statutes, and commandments, like a moral compass, moral guide of how we live. Well, society has something called mores, and it says mores are the customs, norms, and behaviors that are acceptable to a society or social group. If a personal morals are in disagreement with your local mores, you should be prepared to be annoyed every time you read the local letter or editor. Basically, people in society in America, mores is something that they say, what's socially acceptable, so we're going to go with that. You know what I mean? So I thought that was heavy when Shamir told me that a couple weeks ago.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Give him a hand. We shouldn't give a damn about social acceptance, man. Us trying to fit in is us killing ourselves. It's us trimming our ways to receive what? Love from the oppressor? I'm trying to figure out if
Salaki, sir.
Come on, who got it?
Just Officer Baez.
Come on.
And it's so heavy what you're saying, and it's such confusion the lifestyle that they're living. Because if you got a woman who has an attraction or affection to another woman, you would think that they would want the femininity, but they get attracted to the ones that trying to be butches and like, I ain't sure if I can say that word, but the ones who trying to be the most masculine. Like if you're a woman who like a woman, why you being in a relationship with a woman that trying her best to be a dude? Like you might as well just be a dude. I mean, just get with a dude. It just makes no sense.
But that's what I'm saying though. That's the vile affection though. Like I said earlier, like a sister naturally wants a strong man, the presence of a Jethro or a Tyrone or a Bun Kayal or a Bun Kawal, a Ayathan, you know what I'm saying? Some strong, healthy young men. Stay up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every night. They never go to sleep. Y'all, you know what I'm talking about, right? That type of, what's they call it? That thing that come with sleep, ain't that what they call it?
Con.
Yes. Y'all brothers, you understand what I'm saying? But what happened is a sister is dealing with mental issues, and when we talk about the demons that our people wear, man, and it's generational. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to this child, but I guarantee you there will be some form of mental anguish that this child has to deal with. It's not natural to grow up in a home to see 2 women kissing and calling, hey, moms. Hey, moms. That sound like what's this show? The Big Head, Stewie. Yeah, Family Guy type stuff, like, you know what I mean? Hey, moms, or hey, dads. Do that even make any goddamn sense? But you know what it is though? It's mores, and there's the word kawar. Yeah, these things are socially accepted, right? But when we get our kingdom, the house of Israel, we don't give a damn about what's socially accepted. You understand? We follow our statutes and commandments.
Damn right.
Now, this is the world, and this is what we fight for. This is the thing that we're supposed to represent. We are that. Nobody has an issue, and it's documented. It's documented that children would deal with mental issues throughout their lives if they do not have a normal family structure. Somebody who understands how to nurture you and discipline and raise a child according to the Bible.
That's right.
These things are this is a fact in psychology, the effects that these things have on children. So in essence, you mean to tell me the brat is committing child abuse and the baby ain't even here yet? They're well on their way to committing child abuse against that child, man.
That's right.
Since everybody want to be so goddamn going deep around here, they're well on their way to having this child face all type of traumatic issues. But you tell us we're wrong for having more than one wife. And what the goal is to raise children in a healthy environment. Right? That's the goal, right? If we're caring about the children like everybody seems to care about so daggone much, why what's the ratio from men to women in Atlanta? What is 13-1? What is it? Come on. Hold on, Salakia. Let me try this thing. How you say it? Hey Google, what's the ratio of men to women in Atlanta?
Here's some information from the web that might possibly help. On the website Quora.com, they say, so the girl-to-guy ratio is approximately 1-to-1 for Atlanta proper. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
They lying. Google, you're lying. God damn it, you're lying, Google. Somebody give me the real numbers of Atlanta. I'm gonna ask you again. Let me not do that. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. We're trying to keep our YouTube. You know what I mean? Somebody give me the ratio of men to, let's say, black men and women in Atlanta. The ratio of black men to women in Atlanta. Last time I checked, I think it was like 13-1 and 17-1. Who got it? Anybody found it yet? Saying we ain't found it yet. Is it a mystery now, Bunk, yo? I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. What I'm saying is, it's enough men in Atlanta to make sure that all the sisters are taken care of in Atlanta, are well taken care of. Hold on, Salagi, you say what's this? You said La'a? Why you say that? Hold on, somebody get his sister a mic. She said La'a. And would it reach? You said La'a?
Sir, because they're gay.
So
that ratio is not correct because they're gay.
So
they're not available for women. Right, straight men, not the gay men.
So listen. So all the men in Atlanta aren't gay.
A lot of them are.
But that a lot is not all.
Enough.
No, it ain't enough. All right, it ain't enough. How many wives did David have? Hold on, so like, how many wives did David have? Huh? No, it ain't. Well, what we've begun to do is accept the martyrs inside of this society as the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's the issue. We are a people that are separate from the entire earth, but we're not acting like it. We've been taught to assimilate and blend in inside of a culture that is meant for our detriment. The Lord wanted us to be separate and set apart for a reason. Because he knew somebody call you an big lip nigga. He knew that somebody gonna disrespect you in ways that we weren't prepared to deal with as a nation of people. The Lord knew this. It's nothing for us to call another man, boy, you black as night. And we'll just laugh. But let the oppressor say something to you like that. It's instantly considered to be what? Offensive, correct? But in Atlanta, you talk about a place like Atlanta, it's the mecca for black men, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, Kawal.
This might help us. It's kind of a little more accurate, just a little bit. It says the median age, 18 years. This is for Atlanta, right? The total population of Atlanta, Georgia, I think this is 2020 or 19. It's 416,474 people. Now, if you go down, let's just go to like the dating marriageable age, where it says 18 years or over. There's 323 Slakia. There's 159,773 men, and there's 163,733 women. So that's 38.4 to 39.3. What the sister saying is accurate. Let's hypothetically say out of those 159,000 men, how many do you think are homosexual?
Half.
In Atlanta, Georgia, half, right?
3/4.
So that means if the brothers that are straight are not incarcerated, just take one woman, you got a lot of daughters with no man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Your point is, I get what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
It rolls together.
Yeah, so you're dealing with a lot of women that don't have men. So guess what they'll do? They'll take the trauma that men can't correct in a woman's life, and then they'll just be around each other. They'll sit around and eat ice cream and cry on each other's shoulders, and next thing you know, they kissing. Y'all don't think that's how it goes on. If I'm gonna talk about sidebar, if I may. You know what happens at an early age of adolescence with young girls? You have a young girl. This is something that I know for a fact. You may have a young girl that has been broken in her life, in her family, and the things that she may experience. Maybe she was molested. So what do hurt people normally do? What do they do? Anybody? What do hurt people normally do? They hurt other people, correct? So you can take a young girl who does not have a father in her life, and then you put her with a sister who's been hurt before, that's them sisters will gradually come together. They have a bond, and they'll begin to share things with one another, right? And until somebody corrects the behavior to say, hey, you're my daughter, you know that we're supposed to have husbands. That if there's nobody who's living a moral character, who have a moral standard of what you will allow your child to do, your child will continue down that road, if not corrected, if I may. So next thing you have that child that's been hurt, she'll cast her demons onto that child that who's not been hurt. They'll begin to try to find comfort within themselves. Now, who's going to correct that behavior? If it's socially accepted, nobody's going to correct that behavior. In the ISUPK, we don't give a damn about what's socially accepted.
That's right.
We correct those type of behaviors. We talk about the vile affection that happens in the earth. And when we talk about what the brat and this woman is doing, this is nigh unto child abuse that this child will be facing.
That's right.
It's no different than Dwayne Wade's son. While they parade this young man all around on the internet and news, someday this kid is going to grow up, man. This child is going to grow up. And I promise you, he'll be taking all type of antidepressants and all type of meds to try to fix that thing that's been destroyed in him at an early age, man. It is not natural. Boys want to be like their fathers. If they don't want to be like their fathers, they'll be like who? The local gang member who they see with the rims on their car. Or they'll end up like the local dope dealer that they see with all the women. These are the things that young boys look at it being like, yeah, I want to be that. But what happens is in this earth, people with low moral standards or low moral character, they hurt children. Because at some point they were hurt in their lives. And that's why we talk about that thing that is generational. It's generational, generation after generation, because nobody challenges the behavior. No one. But y'all understand. Read that verse again for me, Thabo and Baba Kusha.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affections.
Mm-hmm.
But even their women did change the natural use that stuck into that which is against nature.
That against what?
Against nature.
Guess what? This thing that we're talking about, it goes against nature. It goes against nature.
It's like it, sir.
Come on.
Cap is here, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ. At this time, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Nathai. Shalom.
Any questions? Oh, we was on one right now. Okay, if not, let's go back to. Okay, yeah, let's check and see if there's any questions in the room. Also to let's go back to the Deuteronomy 21 and 17. So certain things we covered last week. I just, just going it over. Just to clear up some stuff, all right? And then we'll get to the one that I believe Cole had last week, all right? In Jude. All right, tell me when you get. I think it's 21 and 17 or something like that.
Okay. Sir, 21:17. We started at 14.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to start at 17, sir?
Yes.
Sir.
We start at 14.
I got here on that we started at 21 and 14. That's what.
Okay, we could start at 14, and just to go it over, right? What does it mean to when it says they put away their wives? Just to go it over. Come on.
So like, so it just means that, you know, they left their wives away from the congregation.
It's a little more than that. Hey, this joint here, you're cooking me up inside here. I already, you know what I mean? I cooked.
Salaki.
You want to overcook me? Or?
Sir. Salaki.
No, you're good. No, you good. You good. That's how I feel like heat.
Come on,
I kind of off. Go ahead. Who was answering that?
I was giving it a go, sir. I wasn't sure if anyone else had it, but you know.
Come on. Who in the Fayetteville and
Charlotte? Come on, sir.
Come on. It's a little more than that. And give me the one with the javelin. You remember this story with the javelin?
Come on, sir.
Let me see if I find it here. While I wait for a response. Give you a minute. Nobody? Come on, Kowal.
Salaki, we can't hear you, Kowal.
Mic check. Can you hear me now?
Come. We hear you.
Okay, no sweat. The water. Salaki. Okay, so the putting away of the wives, my understanding was one, like you said, they put them away right then altogether. They made a vow that they wouldn't marry strange women anymore. So from that point forward, they, you know, they didn't marry. They made a commitment. They wasn't going to do that anymore. Sin against the Most High. Well,
Right.
I think Ezra, and it was like, yeah, they kept them away from the congregation. Some of them just put them away immediately, like just totally wives away. But my thing was, realistically, you're not putting we gonna put the kids out. Like, I don't. That's the part that was kind of, you know, a little foggy.
Right. Okay. Meaning, okay. So there's a clear up, right? The putting away of your wives, of their wives, meaning this. Remember, there's laws we have in the Bible, right?
That's right.
And if a brother do this, this is what's going to happen. If a brother marry a strange woman, what was supposed to happen?
Marry a strange woman. He was cut off from the people. Put
He
it
was
dead.
what? Yeah.
Cut off from the people. Yeah, it's
He
like
was cut off from his people.
That's right.
So putting away the wife is not just the wives and them getting put away. It's who? The men them who did it also too. You understand? Outside, and it was put away, meaning it was stopped. Right? This has nothing to do with what? With divorce. That's what this has nothing to do with divorce. You understand?
The Slakia, sir. I remember, just to refresh, the premise was that Old Testament Israelites says that the Isupk is wrong because we teach that if you're married to a heathen, a white woman, that as soon as you come into the truth, we have to put them away like they did in the Bible. That was the whole premise of why we even started the scripture.
Right.
But
Right. But the Bible doesn't say to the what? To divorce, did not say to divorce a woman. It just said to put them away. Meaning you can't come in, she can't come in. Out. Right? That's how it was. You understand? But today you're allowed to do what? Because of Christ, you're able to come in, but she still can't what? She can't come in. No, you come into the truth and you have a heathen wife. I mean, Lord be with you. But you cannot divorce her. You can't just put her away for nothing. You understand? She just can't do what? She can't come up in here. She can't come amongst the congregation. Right? No,
that's lucky, sir.
Come on.
Am I correct or not? Then in the Old Testament, Moses, didn't somebody rise up against Moses about that issue because he didn't put away his African wife and the Most High dealt with them?
Right. That's what I'm coming up to also too. Meaning you come into the truth, right? You didn't have that knowledge before. Give me that in the Bible where it say, no, don't worry about that. Right? So you're coming to the truth. You didn't know that, you know what I mean, you wasn't supposed to have a heathen woman. Right? That's all well and good. The same thing that was with Moses as they're bringing out. Moses was not in the truth, but when Moses came into the truth, he could not go and get what? A strange wife. You understand? He got a strange wife before he came into the truth.
Right.
You understand? So now, carry me to the story with Numbers 25 and 7, right? And start maybe at verse 2. And just to clear it up. Yeah. Kowali, I'm looking good on TV, man.
Oh, you see us? You see me?
Come on. Yeah, come on.
It's the hot def, sir. We ugly up here.
What's on Christ? The water.
Numbers 25 and
7.
This is the book of Numbers.
Yeah,
chapter 25, verse 7. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. 8. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly.
No, hold on. The put away, it said the put away the wife, right? The heathen, right? I thought it's just the heathen. Yeah, they put away. Nah, that's not how the Lord is. The Lord puts it out. You have to put away what? The sinner also too. Not just the heathen. You understand? That's why the brother took the javelin and did what? Read on.
So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel.
Right? He put that javelin through what? Both of them. You understand? Both of them. It wasn't just one. That one person, that one heathen ain't the problem. Is the person who what? Who married the heathen, basically. And the Lord wanted that to what? To stop. You understand? That caused what? Marrying heathens caused what? Come on.
If I may, sir, it caused Israel to stray away from the Most High.
Yes, but I'm being specific.
Slack, if I may, sir.
Come on.
It will cause them to worship strange gods.
That's the same thing, Jan, as I said. I want a certain, I'm speaking specifically of an incident in the Bible that occurred because we went after a strange woman. And woman went after a strange, come on.
The nation was divided.
Yeah, but it happened way before the nation was divided.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Is it the flood?
Very good. The flood. Why the flood came about? Because we was doing what? Yes. You understand? And the Lord trying to show us, you know what I mean? Don't do it. And every time we do it, we do what? We go astray as a nation. You understand? That's why it's saying, you know what I mean? They made an oath to do what? Put them away. Because the end of it, you're going to start worshiping what? Their God. At the end of it, you're going to start feeling sorry for their people. You're going to have empathy for their people. You won't have none for yours. You understand? All right. Now, carry me to Deuteronomy 20. Where you at?
21:17, sir.
Start at 14. You say you had it at 14.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 14. And it shall be, if thou have no daughter in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Verse 15. If a man have two wives.
No. We passed it. We just passed it.
Back to 14 or 13?
Go back up where it starts off with where it tells you about if you go to war. Yeah.
Verse 10. This is the book of Deuteronomy 21 and verse 10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy power hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, verse 11, and seeth among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife.
Right. So what are we talking about here right now?
Talking about concubine.
Yes, concubine here, right? And it's telling you what, if you go to war and you see a woman basically spoil a war, and you want to, is going to explain to us, you know what I mean, how they went about getting this woman as a wife, right? So read on.
Verse 12. Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails.
Right, so she basically is doing what? Getting clean, right? Taking out all that mud, that blood, everything off of her, right?
Come on.
Right, she basically, you know what I mean, as I said, just getting clean, in other words. Go on.
Verse 13. And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her.
Right, so now she is, you know what I mean, getting rid of all of, you know what I mean, that dirty clothes, you know what I mean, that look of, you know what I mean, that you've seen some hard times. You have seen some hard times. Right, go on.
And shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month.
Right, so she get a full month to what? Grieve mother and father. Full month to grieve them. Cry, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? A whole lot about mommy and daddy. All right, read on.
And after that, thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband.
Right, so that's if you want to, right? You go in onto her. After that full month take place, and you what? Be her husband. Now she's your wife, right? Read on.
And she shall be thy wife.
Read on.
Verse 14. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will.
What is that talking about? Come on.
If you don't like her, or if you don't find any pleasure in her, then you let her go free.
What law is that they're using there? They're using to do that. Anybody?
So she's like a daughter now instead of like a wife?
No. Read one more time. I think you're missing it. Read that verse, that last verse you was in. Read that verse one more time.
And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her.
So what happened in the verse before?
She's his wife. He had sex with her.
Right. So he had sex with her. That's his wife. All right. Go ahead.
Then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her.
Right. So what does he say?
Salakia.
Come on.
It's saying she's still your wife. You can't put her away. Or she can't marry another man.
That's not what it's saying.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Is it saying that you can divorce her?
Give me a little more.
You can divorce her, but you can't sell her. You have to let her go free.
That's it. Give my brother a hand. Right? This here is what you would call the bill of divorce, basically, where it's being implemented right here. Right? Go to Deuteronomy 24:1, and you see it sounds similar to Deuteronomy 24:1 because it is that. All right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man hath taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he hath found some uncleanliness in her.
Right, he found some uncleanliness in her. It's similar to what is going on here right now. Right? He took this woman to be his wife out of the spoils of war, but then he do what? He didn't like the goods. He didn't like it. You know what I mean? Read on.
Because he hath found no Salakia, then let him write her a bill of divorcement.
Right. And to me explain myself when I say he don't like the goods, meaning what? Me not like the what? Cooking? He may not like the way she carry about herself.
Disposition.
Yes, something he just doesn't like. She might have a mouth on her. He don't like it. You understand? And he's like, I can't come home every day to this. I need, you need to, get on, move on. Right? Read on.
And give it in her hand and send her out of his house.
Right? And send it out of her house. Now, this is what Moses did. But in the beginning, it was what? It was not supposed to be like that. And how we know that?
Because of what Christ says. Sir.
You take me to what Christ is saying now. All right? Take me to there. I think it's either Matthew 19 or 24, something like that. Go ahead. Well, it's saying in the beginning it was not supposed to be so, was not so. Go ahead.
It's the book of, so what's that? Is that out?
I think it's 4 or 5, 19 and 4.
I got it, sir. Salakia.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 8. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts.
Right. So hold on. This is Christ speaking here. Christ is saying, Moses, because of the what? The hardness of your heart. Right? Meaning what? Meaning you didn't want to give the what? The marriage a chance. You didn't want to. You know what I mean? You rather walk her behind, you know what I mean? Whatever, put her to death, or she put you to death. She wait while you sleeping. You understand? And put that hot oil on you. You know what I mean? Or give it a Lorena. You understand? Right? You know what I mean? Moses said, because of the hardness of your heart, what happened?
Suffered you to put away your wives.
He suffered you. What does it mean that by Moses suffered you? Come on.
He allowed it.
Yes. You understand? Because to him, that was the best way to keep everybody what? Alive. You understand? Come on.
Going with what you said before that about the putting away of your wives.
Mm-hmm.
When it says that Moses suffered you to put away your wives, was that still, like you said, would it be like you and your wife gotta go?
No. This specifically saying what? That you writing a bill of divorce.
What kind?
Literally tells you you're writing a bill of divorce. And you letting her go. You understand? This is not speaking specifically of what? Of a what? A heathen or nothing like that. This here is you with your wife, because they had to say hard. Right. Because remember, we was not supposed to do what? Marry any heathen. Because if you had married a heathen, guess what? You're supposed to be what? Outside. You put you and the heathen out. You understand? Not just one. You understand? So it can't be, okay, well, I'm going to put her with my heathen wife, but you'll keep the brother who married the heathen. What won't stop him from doing it again? You understand? The javelin understood that. The brother who tossed that javelin through the brother and that heathen, he understood that the two of them had to go. You understand? All right? Come on. That's why in with the law of when they read about rape, about you forcing a woman, right? You go in unto a woman, if she doesn't cry out and she has a husband, means what? She's a hoe. And guess what? The hoe and the whoremonger has to be what? Get stoned to death. You understand? Not just the woman. You understand? The two of you are going to have to get what? Stoned. Right? Come on. Read on.
Come. But from the beginning, it was not so.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Except it be for what?
Fornication.
Right? So now you come into the truth with a heathen wife. You understand? You just can't just toss her to the side. Law still applies. But once you come in, the next woman you get, it better be a sister, or else what? You and that heathen getting what out of the school? You understand? Both of you again put away. You know what I mean? So that this garbage doesn't come in here and settle. What the hell with that? You understand that? That staying far away from this house. You want to marry a heathen? You go be a Christian. You understand? You go be a Roman Catholic. You go be a Baptist, Episcopalian, whatever. Go be a Muslim. You understand? But once you come in here, that's done. You're going to get a sister, a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian sister. That's what you're going to get. Right? Read on.
Comic-Con. And shall marry another.
Right, except it be for what? Fornication. What's fornication? Unlawful what? Sex. Except it be for that. You just can't toss her out. All right, so we clear on that? Come on. Which one? If you want to, who cares? She want to be a whore. I mean, you could block her. You could block her if you want. I mean, she'll just be a teaching example in the near future. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, if you want to, it's up to you. All right. Question? Any question? No question.
So, like, sir, if I may.
Uh-huh.
I got a question.
Sure. Come on.
In the book of 2 Samuel, when David had slept with Uriah's rib.
Uh-huh.
I got a question about that.
Uh-huh. Come on.
2 Samuel chapter 11, verse.
If you put the scripture across for them to see.
Verse 4. It says, this is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 4. David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned to her house. What does it mean when it says, for she was purified from her uncleanness? It's like.
Read one more time.
Come. It says, this is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 4.
Read from verse 2 from there.
Come, sir. 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 2. And it came to pass in an eventide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. Verse 3. And David sent and inquired after the woman, and one said, "Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?"
Right. What law David broke here?
Adultery, sir.
Adultery, correct. Remember Christ told you what? Don't even what?
Look
upon a woman. What David should have done?
Not looked on her, sir. After he found out,
he should have turned his head and mind his business.
Come, sir.
Turn his head. He on top of the roof. You see, turn and see. Oh, shucks.
Come, sir.
Look away. You understand? That ain't yours.
That's
come on.
Come, 4. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in. And she came in unto him, and he lay with her.
And that sister should have said what? La'ah.
Come.
No, I know you're the king, but la'ah.
Right.
All right.
Come, sir.
She did what?
It says, and he lay with her.
And he laid with her. Come on.
For she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned to her house. So I was just wanting to get the understanding of being purified from her uncleanness, because isn't being purified meaning being clean?
Say no time.
Just getting the understanding of what it says, being purified from her uncleanness.
Purified. Okay, what was the uncleanness?
Her committing adultery, or her basically having the sexual act with the brother.
Yes. Remember, they say if you have sex, what happens? You're
You
unclean
become
until what?
even.
And you have to do what?
Bathe yourself.
You have to bathe yourself.
Common
Yes.
concept.
All right.
But so like I get that. So I guess what I'm saying is the word purified here. Like
what does purified means?
Come, I'm getting it right now. So it's like
He going, huh? Wait, he gonna look it up. More than likely, yeah. All right, but he gonna see it when he look it up, the meaning.
this is purification in the Merriam-Webster. It says so like to make having had contaminants removed or cleansed. Yeah, to be cleansed. So that's my confusion, because how is she being clean from her uncleanness?
Right. The purified is basically you bathing or you know what I mean, you getting clean.
So Salaki, so she basically took a whole bath, if I may. Salaki.
Yeah, she you can word it like that, but you know what I mean, she just purified herself from her uncleanness.
Okay, common concept.
And then she returned to her home. She ain't go home, you know what I mean, smelling, you know what I mean, or with that on her. You understand?
Okay.
Because there's a law. If you could find the law for me, on the law on if you have sex, what you would have to do. Right. Read the other verse. 1 minute. Read the other verse. Is there any more?
Read it again, sir.
No, read the next verse.
Khan, verse 5. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said,
okay, good. So after he did what he did, she conceived. And this is the part when David tried to get the brother to go home and have sex with his wife so that he could get a jacket. And then meaning so that, you know what I mean, it could be that's his child, not David's own. But the brother was like, nah, I can't go because we still fighting war. And what David did, David sent a note to Joab to do what? Put the brother on the what? Front line. And when you read the story, what came of it is the child what? The child died. And David repented. You understand? If you read out the whole story. Right?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
I got that verse about the uncleanness from
Come on.
having sex. This is Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 16. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the even. In verse 17, and every garment and every
and be unclean until what?
Until even.
Until even. Yes, and so he has to do what? He has to bathe, right? And he's what? He had to put on what? Clean clothes. You understand? What's it? She'd be purified from her what? Uncleanness. You understand? Read on.
So like, verse 17, and every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be unclean until the even.
Right. So meaning what? More than likely, I'm just hypothesizing, right? She may not have gone there with what? With extra clothes. She can't go there with extra clothes because guess what? Everybody know that's what? That's that brother's what? Uriah's what? Wife. She can't go in the king's house with what? With a bag. So guess what? That clothes, everything, who knows? You know what I mean? It just say she stayed there until she was what? She was purified from her uncleanness, and then she what? Went back to her house. So everything that entitles, you know what I mean, you cleaning yourself after having sex, she did it. And then did what? Then went home.
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
The next verse goes directly to her.
Come on.
Verse 18. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the evening.
All right. So she wait until what? Until the evening, and then what? Return home after she, bathed and did the do. You understand? This was something that David did. I think the Lord checked him on it heavy. And I believe this is where this is King Solomon's mom too. All right. This is King Solomon's mom. All right. You good on that, Kodam?
Come, that's it, sir. At the water, sir.
Yeah, no, Sister, that question, no? Read it. Let me hear.
So, Lucky, can you break it down for me? I don't understand. Can you put your wife away, but under what circumstances?
Okay. Can you put your wife away? Okay, when it said put your wife away in Nehemiah and Ezra's, what was it saying? It was simply saying what? Man and woman had to do what? Get out the congregation. They were out. And it was not done again after that. It was done with. You understand? Putting away your wife, they had nothing to do with you what? Divorcing your wife. You understand? Had nothing to do with it. All right? And sis, if you understand, just type in. If not, just really ask the question that you're trying to get asked. All right? Because we all know what? Today you can't do what? Christ came and do what? He increased it. He came and tell you what? You cannot do what? Put away your wife except it be for what? Fornication, unlawful sex, right? Adultery. You know what I mean? Walking in her and she in the stables with the horse. That's it. It's done. You understand? Ain't no need to come to the priest to find out, if things could get worked out. Come on.
Like you, sir. So that works. That works the same with a woman as well, right? Like let's say some sister come home and find her man full blown gay sex.
It doesn't say that for the man, right? What does it say? It doesn't say that about the man. How does a man commit adultery? Come on.
He sleeps with another man's wife.
Yes, or meaning to the woman.
By sleeping with a married.
No, pertaining to the woman he's with. Come on. Remember, she commits adultery if she goes what? And do what? Sleep with what? Another man.
Come on.
That same woman, right? How does the man in turn commit adultery to her? Meaning he is getting blamed if that sister commits adultery.
Slacky, sir.
Uh-huh.
If he puts her away, Slacky, was somebody talking? My bad.
No, go ahead.
Okay, he commits adultery. He puts her away without cause, like Christians do. They do leave one woman to get with another, and the woman that they leave, right, she ends up sleeping with Joe Blow. He just committed adultery.
Yes.
And you committed adultery because you put her away unknowingly. So it's like you put that sin on her pretty much, damn near.
Yes, it's like you go have sex with a sister, and then you wake up in the morning, and then you turn to the side and say, "Nah, I'm out." You understand? Or you sleep with her, you went along for the ride. It was good. For the first week, the honeymoon was good, and then it's like, "Sis, this ain't gonna work." You understand? And you just kick her to the curb. You the one committing adultery. You understand? Not her.
It's
So come on.
But the scripture doesn't. I'm gonna be wording it wrong or paraphrasing, but
Mhm.
when Christ talks about like the circumstances by which when he says, Moses suffered you to write a bill of divorcement, but it wasn't so, and you
Mhm.
can't put away your wife except for, I think it says fornication.
Right. So it says what? Wife. You understand? You can't put your wife away except it be for what? Fornication. Oh, come on.
So fornication is unlawful sex.
Yes.
So if a brother finds his wife doing something ungodly with an animal, that's fornication.
Yes, it's unlawful.
He can put her away for that. Right?
Yes.
Now, if a sister finds her husband doing something ungodly with an animal or with, say, another man, that's fornication. Would she also be able to be like, hey, look, I found this dude doing this craziness?
Bring him to the priest. We're gonna decide his faith.
Come on, sir.
You understand? But it doesn't say it's not saying that a woman could leave a man for any cause.
Come on, sir.
She can't. The only way she could leave that man is if he does what? Remember, the man, he could go have another woman, right? Yes, unless he dies. If he dies, then she is what? She free to go marry.
Okay.
All right, come on.
So I'm just want to get this clear. So if a man commits bestiality or something like that,
yeah,
she still got to stay with that dude.
Okay, according to the scripture, it doesn't say she has the right to leave. No, there could be things that put in place to protect the sister. She just, bring it to the priest of the Lord.
Come.
You understand?
Come.
Your husband wearing panties in the house, sister. You come tell the priest of the Lord.
That's right.
Come tell the camp leader. You understand? He in there putting on your high heels. Come and tell the priest of the Lord. That's a sign. Come on.
Slack it, sir. In 1 Corinthians 7:15, also the second way, Paul is saying, like, but if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, but the Most High hath called us to peace. So, if is that saying simply that, like, you in the truth, and you got a rib, and she just, you could put herself away in a sense where it's like she don't want to have sex with you, like you calling her your rib, and she like, nope, I ain't your damn wife, or vice versa. A brother calling, or vice versa. The sister could be the truth, and the brother just don't believe. I F all that Jesus stuff, and yada yada yada, and he don't want to conform. He's smoking weed and all that, and she's constantly doing this and that. Is that technically an unbeliever? And it said, let him depart. And it says a brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases, because marriage is bondage. You are subject unto your husband as long as he liveth.
Right. No.
Go
ahead.
If he's an unbeliever, I would say putting his sister, the one being in the truth, and the brother probably in the world. And I guess she's got counselor, tried all she could, and all this other stuff. Is this what it's saying as far as they're not under bondage? Because that just unbeliever part is what I'm trying to get.
Okay, just think somebody who's not in the truth. Somebody not in the truth. To them, sex is what? Not marriage, right? They don't believe in, they fully believe in the whole Christian ideology of marriage. You got to get on one knee, go in front of the judge or whatever, get married, right? Now, an unbeliever, it's saying, so read it from the top for me.
Kanawakana's book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart.
Right. So now the depart side. How do you know if the woman departs from you or a man departs from a woman?
They dip out. They just go missing. You can't call them. They block you. You ain't had sex with them in so long. It's like they abandoned pretty much. Like abandoned.
Yes.
You.
So it's like they're saying that the relationship is what? Over. We're done. You understand? That's why we tell you in here, you go talk to her sister for the first time and she's like, well, yeah, just, me break up my boyfriend. We no more. Can I have his number, please, sis? The last man he was with. You know what I mean? Let me have his number. Let me talk to him. You call him, hey, such and such. I'm priest and officer Gapariat, you know what I mean, of the Isupk. I want to talk to this sister. And this sister told me that, she was dealing with you before. Brother could be, well, I'm done. I don't want to hear nothing about her, this, that, the other. She's free. You understand? Come on.
What if you just be like, nigga, are you serious? And just hang up. Like,
no, if he did, nigga, are you serious? That means what? They're done. You understand? It's done. It's you just covering your tracks. You understand? Maybe the brother just had an argument until last night. You know what I mean? He called him and be like, nah, me and her, nah, her clothes still here. This, that, the other. We just had a small argument last night. Oh, brother, sorry. Sorry for bothering you. Click.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Never talk to her again. Right? When it talks about an unbeliever, just think of somebody who's not in the truth, and they basically tell you the relationship is over. It's telling you what? Let them what?
Depart.
Right. You understand? Let them go. You understand? You and Captain Save a what? A hoe.
Right.
You understand? How they say you can
turn a hoe into a housewife.
Yeah, turn a hoe into a housewife.
Rescue Ronnie.
Yeah, you can't, you know what I mean? You want to do all of that. You know what I mean? The Christian church has a lot of them. We don't do that in here. You understand? If somebody wants to leave, is one of us saying, brother, please don't go out the door, please. Is that out there? No, we're not doing that. You go out there and meet, you know what I mean? Lord be with you, sister. Lord be with you. You understand? Paul is basically trying to tell you, I mean, don't, you know what I mean? Don't give yourself over to this person. She's an unbeliever. Let her, you know what I mean, go. You understand?
Kind of a concert, the water.
Right? No, just to clear it up. No, your sister in here, right? Come in here. You couldn't wait. Your 6 months say, yeah, you're hot in the pants. You go get a brother out there, and he eating pork. He eating all the lobsters. He could, you know, he's sucking all the lobster claw he could put his mouth on. All the pork knuckles he could put his mouth on. You know what I mean? From the rooter to the tutor. He eating everything on a pig. And now you want to leave him because of that? Can't leave him. You understand? You're going to have to treat that man the same way you treat one of us. You understand? Can't leave him. Unless he says, you know what? We done. You get out my house, we done. Go. I don't care what the hell you're doing. You just get out. If he doesn't end the relationship, he is yours. You can't be calling and say, you know, he's smoking weed right now. Should I leave? Should I leave him? Not leave the house, but leave him? He's eating pork, so the whole fridge is full of pork. What do you want me to do? Don't touch the pork. You go cook beef. Tell him,
right.
Salakia, sir, but I can't touch pork, but I'll cook you this nice steak. I'll cook you this nice turkey. You understand? Cook you this nice goat or this nice lamb. You understand? You just can't depart. Departing comes if the person does what? The non-believer what? Leaves. You understand? Right? Or if the non-believer does what? Go and commits what? This is for the woman. She go commits what? Adultery. You could leave. Not could, but you have to leave according to the Bible. You have to leave her. You understand? It's done. You understand?
Okay.
All right. Any more questions online? All right. Yeah, she wanna. Oh, well, so that had a question?
No, I think he was answering one of your questions.
Okay.
He was answering something you just said.
Oh, he has something with Samson. Okay, no problem. Okay, what time? Okay, let's touch on the I think you have any questions again in the class? If not, I'll go to Jude. All right, so let's go to Jude. Jude 1. We could start from 1. Right? I know Jude, right? What is this book? If you read through the book of Jude, what is it actually talking about? Do you all know? The spirit behind what Jude is trying to get us to understand. Bankayal, did they?
Salaki, I don't want to come here.
Right? You had read the book of Jude from at the beginning. What did you know what Jude was trying to get us to understand?
Well, Salaki, in verse 3,
Mm-hmm.
if I may, it says, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints."
That you should what?
Salakia. That ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once
contend for the faith. What do you mean by contend for the faith? Come on.
Fight for it, sir.
Work hard.
Contend.
To contend is like to.
Let's look it up. Let's see what contend means. Anybody? Come on, you look it up.
Comic-Con, I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Says contend is a verb. It means to strive or vie in contest or rivalry or against difficulties.
Yeah, contend for the truth. That's what we do up in here. Huh? You understand? Ain't nobody just coming up here, you know what I mean, trying to say we ain't following the Bible. You know what I mean? We should put away our wives. No. We are going to contend with you. We're going to debate you. We're going to beat you all the way down. See what Captain Zarek doing, what Commander General been doing, and all the journals been doing. You understand? You all on the streets. You understand? Battling. You understand? Read on.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, and denying Salakia.
Yeah, so Salakia. So now it's saying men what? Crept in what?
Unawares.
Unawares. Says men crept in where?
Salakia, into the school?
Yes. Into the truth. Give me an example.
Salakia,
anybody that leaves the school, right?
Well, yes, anybody that leaves the school, but I'm talking about biblical.
Simon?
Biblical. Think biblical. Don't call no names. Back here. Come on. Give me a
So like
biblical name.
I got one.
Come on.
Nathaniel.
Okay. Nathaniel. What did Nathaniel do?
I guess he came into school one way and left out another. So like he broke off from the original school, sir.
Oh, okay. You give him it. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yes, but I'm talking about biblical. Biblical. Think somebody in the Bible. Come on.
Salaki, sir. Salaki, sir.
Yeah. Come on, Jamaica.
I would say Judas.
Judas. Yes. You understand? He crept in what? Unawares, but Christ knew who he was. You understand? You know what I mean? And it goes for brothers who come in here and they leave out. But before they leave out, guess what the mindset on? What's the mindset on? Because remember, they came in unawares. So they came in unawares, meaning what? They didn't actually come in here to do what?
Yes, sir, if I may. They didn't come in here to stay in the truth.
They didn't love the brotherhood.
Right.
As plain as you could put it. They did not love the brotherhood.
Come.
They didn't love didn't accept the love they was getting. So guess what they would do? See Gopariat? Man, he is, you know what I mean? He don't know nothing. He this, that, the other. You murmuring. You know what I mean? You see Taba one, such and such the case. He, you know what I mean? He ain't know nothing. This, that, the other. I know more than him. You know what I mean? I should be, you know what I mean? I should be in charge of him. I should be doing this. You know what I mean? You see, Cap, he ain't like them other brothers always. Go outside the city and see them other captains and them and see how they running the stuff. They ain't just they're not just sitting down or, you know what I mean, trying to take in the knowledge. Right? Read that part over one more time.
The book of Jude, 1 and 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Right? There was first what? Ordained to this what? Condemnation. You understand? Remember, Christ said what? Christ was speaking in parables because what? He didn't want you to do what? To understand. He didn't want you come into the truth. He wants you. But these were men that were ordained to do what? To fall. Right? Read on.
Ungodly men.
What?
Ungodly men.
Ungodly men. Why the ungodly? Because they hated the brotherhood. They took advantage of the brotherhood. You understand? Go on.
Turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness.
Into what?
Lasciviousness.
What's lasciviousness?
Salaki, I don't know if I may. Filled with a showing sexual desire, lewd, lustful, lascivious acts, thoughts arrested for lewd and lascivious.
Right. You want to have orgies. You understand? You want to be a molester, a pedophile. You understand? You, instead of you come in here and you what? You change. You understand? You accept the teachings in this school, but instead you full of what? Lust. You're a sexual deviant. You're full of it. You understand? Read on.
And denying the only Lord, the Lord God, and our Lord Yahweh Shamashiach.
You come in here and start to do what? Cause division. You understand? You start to cause division. You start to go talking Gopariat ears about Tabon. Tabon wants to start talking in Gopariat ears about Yanaza. You start murmuring. You start talking. And guess what? Before you know it, you out. You left out because you what? You had no intentions of staying here. You just what? Left out. And guess what? Left a whole mess behind that somebody has to clean up. You understand? Read.
Come on, sir. Verse 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not.
Okay, so now you're getting the what? Just the way he's trying to get you to understand. So he's trying to get you to understand what? Verse above, he's telling you what? Come on.
He was talking about the people that feigned into the truth, like they didn't come to the truth in sincerity.
Right. They just came in and were what? They were ungodly men. They kept it. You understand? I was like, nah, we could smoke weed. It's here, right here, Gopariat. This Proverbs is not talking about weed. It is talking about what comes out of your mouth. Not talking about marijuana. I'm telling you. You hit this. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Would a precept for this be about the thorns in Matthew 13?
About the thorns.
The thorns that the seed parable.
Give me a little more. When they say this, when the seed fall amongst the thorns. Okay, this is more than that. This is somebody coming in. You understand? Unawares and doing what? The ungodly, they're doing everything that what? Come on. Against the Most High. You understand? But they're pretending to what? Come into the truth. But they're not really in the truth. Now, amongst the thorns is, can you use it? Let me get back to you on that one. Come on.
So it's saying that where it says ordained to this condemnation. So pretty much the Most High allowed, when it says crept in, they didn't come in boldly like us. That the brothers that's come in at righteous and stayed. They crept in, so it's like the Most High is the one who allowed them to come in. Like he's doing this work. Because they are
yeah. Remember, it's the same thing with us. The Most High allow us to do what? He opened my eyes to what? Come in to this. But these are people that are unawares because why? Because you about the brotherhood. You about this. You know what I mean? And he more than likely was what? He appeared to be what? About the brotherhood. He appeared to be about when he come around here. You know what I mean? He looked the part. He had the UPK gear on, everything he talking UPK on until he get on a one-on-one. And he started to do what? He started to talk everybody in the school. You understand? And then before you know it, the door hitting him in the back. And you left in here with your mind all the way what? Effed up, and somebody had to clean it up. Right. You understand? Right? This is more so go to I think it's 2 Peter's, start at verse 2. It's very similar to it. All right. So we come into that part that the brother had a question with also too. Come on. No, I think it's 2 Peter's 2. Let me see.
2 and 2, sir.
Yeah, read that from. Let me hear it.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
Go ahead. No.
So, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Bankia, where you at?
2 Peter 2 and 2. I'm down to verse 4 now. 2 Peter 2.
Read verse 4.
Come, sir. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them.
No, okay. Hold this, Bankia. This is for the next verse. Go back to Jude, Salakia. Hold way right here. I'll go back to Jude.
Come. Verse 5. 1 and 5. Jude 1, verse 5.
Right. This is after verse 4 that you just read, right?
Con.
Go ahead.
I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not.
Right. So this part here is talking about what?
The people that didn't believe. Unbelievers.
Right. So give me it like in a nutshell what he's talking about. Give me the story in a nutshell. So the Lord did what? He took us out of Egypt with Moses, right? Did he put us in the kingdom of heaven?
Sir.
What happened?
They revolted against Moses.
Okay, yes, they revolted against Moses. We were in the wilderness for how long?
40 years.
40 years. Moses was trying to get us what? Correct. How many of them from Egypt made it into the so-called promised land?
2, sir.
2. You understand? That's what Jude is trying to get to understand. You understand? You're going to die if you do what? You go against this truth, basically. You understand? You're going to fall. Ain't no standing, you know what I mean? Ain't no, well, I have my truth, this, that, the other. Jude is basically trying to tell you there's one way in. One way in. Right? Read on.
Jude 1 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the angels which kept not their first estate.
Now the angels which kept not the what?
First estate.
Who are the angels? Now this is the part here where I believe you were saying, Bank here, where the Christian use to try and bring in the whole fall into out of heaven, and somehow they end up where? In hell. Right? We know that that's a what? That's a what?
A lie.
A fairy tale. Not just a lie, a fairy tale. It's made up. Right? So who are the angels that fell from the first estate? Come on.
Be the Israelites.
Israelites. And what's the first estate? Come on.
Under the law, being under the law, the covenant.
Think like estate. Come on.
So like I said, would it be the Garden of Eden?
Come on.
Come on, sir.
Man, I think, you know what? I'd put you in a room and sit you down and, you know what I mean, and see if you have wires. Get that brother a hand. That's the what? That's the first what? First estate. That's where what we once was. That's our place. That's what we strive into what? To go back to. You understand? So read that verse over one more time, that line.
Come on. The book of Jude 1 verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation.
So they left their own habitation, right? Come on.
He hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
And what's the great day?
So like it when Yahushua returns.
Very good. So which means we are what? We are still where? What? What is this saying? We are still what?
Being judged.
We in chains. Correct. We in what? In hell. We the angels that left the first estate, and we are what? We are in hell. You understand? What happened to what? Adam and Eve. They got what? Kicked out the garden for doing what? Disobeying the Lord. They got kicked out. Where the Lord put what? He put angels to guard the place so that you couldn't do what? You couldn't come back in. You understand? And we up to this day, we still doing what? Fighting to come back in. We're still fighting to come back in to this day. You understand? Right? Read that. Now hold that, and now go to 2 Peter's 2 and 1. Let's start at 1.
The book of 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies.
Right. For them to bring what? Heresies, they had to do what? Been in here and did what? Decide, you know what? A man can only marry one woman.
Right.
And they have to have what? Paper. You understand? The Lord kicked Satan out of heaven. And Satan is underneath the earth. So you start bringing up what? Heresies. You left out there and start doing what? Bringing up heresies. You start, you know what I mean, making your own school. Come on.
Even denying the Lord that bought them.
Right? Even denying the Lord that bought them. You go what? All the way into what? Christianity. All the way into Islam. All the way into what? Buddhism. You celebrate Christmas. You celebrate Easter. Valentine's Day that's coming up. You understand? Celebrate everything that's not in this Bible. Read on.
And bring upon themselves swift destruction.
And bring upon themselves what?
Swift destruction.
Eddie Long is a good example. Martin Luther King is a good example. You understand? They were brothers, but they're example not to follow after. You understand? Right? Swift destruction. You could be in here one day and you not doing what the Lord said to do. You causing division. You causing strife. You out. You're not going to find a way to get you out. You understand? He's going to find a way. All right? Come on.
Verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
And the truth shall be what?
Evil spoken of.
Oh, that's not how we do things. I see things being done in New York or in DC. You know what I mean? He doing something different. Yeah. No, that's not how we do things. No. Come on, Jerry Hannah would never do that. And you there, shaking your head and absorbing everything, not knowing he's what? Speaking what? Evil about the truth. Or she is speaking evil about the truth. And you sit down and absorb everything like a sponge, a dirty old rag. All right, read on.
Verse 3. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
Make what? Merchandise of you. Sound like you good old preachers, boy. You know what I mean? Sound like you good old preachers. Read on.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
Slumbereth not. And you could play with the Lord. You could go join them other Israelite groups. You know what I mean? Run from the truth. Damnation what? Slumbereth what? Not. You understand? It's coming. It might be today or tomorrow. Might be the day after that, but it's coming. Right? That's why I always tell people, you know what I mean, who fall out, don't even want to get in a battle with you, just give it time. We'll see. Just give it time. You know what I mean? Time will tell whether what I'm in is the right thing or what you in is the right thing. Time will tell. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
You understand? This is basically saying the same exact thing what Jude was saying, right? Right, because it was along the same part of what? Of people coming in unawares. Yanisa, Salaki. Yeah. No, you could keep it on, but just turn the this part to you. Yeah. So what was that? So they was basically trying to tell you about brothers who, or you know what I mean, sisters coming in who really was not about what it was all about. You understand? Coming hot and sweaty, and before you know it, you fighting while they out, they left out. You understand? Right? Now go back to go back to go back to Jude. All right, hold where you're at in Peter's, right? I want to read verse 5. I want us to read verse 5, but go back to Jude.
Verse 5 in Jude or verse 6, sir?
Where I stopped off at?
Verse 6.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
The book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Right, and that darkness is what? Is the lies. You understand? The lies that have us here, that what? Christ died for everybody. The lies that Christmas, you understand, is Christ's birthday. You understand? We should celebrate it. That's the darkness. That's the lies that, you know what I mean, you believe. You what? It blinds you. It's darkness. You understand? And that darkness comes in the form of what? It starts with an O. It comes in the form of, just to put it in a nutshell. Come on.
Would be oppression?
Oppression. In the form of oppression. You understand? And we in that what? Right now. We under oppression right now. Today they don't have what? They don't have the chains, right? Where the chains? Yeah, because we are what? Oppressed. We don't need. Now, guess what? From before they will wake you up to do what? To come on the plantation. Now you have what? An alarm clock. Your master gets so smart, he give you an alarm clock. You understand? You put the alarm on and you up, you there, front and center for your slavery. You understand? All right, and that day of judgment is like what the brother said. It's what? It's when Christ returned. You understand? It says, you know what? We in that season right now. We in it right now.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
Verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Right. So it's giving you an example. He telling you it's giving you an example. Guess what? The Christian church ain't reading this. How I know the Christian church is not reading this? Come on.
Because they tolerate homosexuality.
Because they have gay people, lesbians, the whole LGBT crew in the choir, in the church. So I know they're not reading the Bible, because Jude just said it was for a what? It was an example, Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? So I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I would have to question the belief on what? On heaven and hell. If they're allowing what? The gay living to strive in there.
Right.
You understand? I will question it. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities.
And speak what? Evil of dignity. Speak evil of Commander General Yohana. Commander General is a dignity. You understand? You generals, you captains, you officers, you sisters up in here, you're gold. You understand? And people looking from the outside and speaking evil, or especially people who came in and saw the sisterhood and brotherhood that they was getting and left out and then started bad talk the truth. You filthy and disgusting. You are filthy and disgusting. You understand? And you one step away from being a $2 hoe. YouTube, I just, you know what I mean? I'm being personal, just saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're going to work. Let me put it like that. They're going to be prostitutes, right? In 2 seconds. All right, and that's just it. Or you're gonna be what? Sitting at home with a blunt in your drawers. You know what I mean? Wishing that you could die. You understand? Judas couldn't take it to the point where he had to do what? He went and hanged himself. You understand? He went and hanged himself because he was what? He was ashamed of what he did. Christ and them disciples showed him love. You understand? Total brotherhood. But he turned around and did what? Stabbed them in the back. And to this day, nobody wants to call your child Judas. To this day, nobody calls and says, Salakia, sir, can I name my son Judas? It sounds funny, eh? But, you know what I mean, it's that serious. That the reputation he had. You understand? If you didn't call it, you can put it back on. You can switch it back on. Yeah. Tawada. All right. Now go back to Peter. Go back to Peter and read verse 5. And see, it's similar. It's about, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, coming in here meeting brothers or sisters who will turn and shit in your face once they get a chance. You understand? All right? Read verse, I think it's verse 5 in Peter's, right?
Counter one, sir.
Come on.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 5. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person.
Right. To let you know what? To let you know what? Them angels that was talking about was who? Was the Israelites. It wasn't just what? It wasn't just, it ain't talking about what? The angels in heaven. You the angels, you Lord angels too. You understand? You understand? Like you the Lord angel, just like you the what? You the saints on the earth today. You understand? Them Saint Teresa saying this, they ain't no saints. For you to be a saint, you have to be what? You have to be a what? An Israelite.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the first criteria. If you ain't checked that box off, if you're not of that bloodline, you cannot be a saint. You are a heathen. You understand? You are a heathen. All right? An angel when it's referring to the Israelites. All right? Read on.
A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Upon the world of the what?
Ungodly.
Ungodly. The end result is you being ungodly, the Lord coming for you. There is a big X or cross here on your forehead if you are ungodly. You understand? With an angel with his hand on the trigger, just waiting for the whisper, pull it. Now, you understand? And before you know it, you're in the store buying, you know what I mean, God knows what, and here comes Tukey. You understand? You in your bedroom doing God knows what, and here comes the SWAT team kicking in your door, ramming it in, and just delivering some shots there. You know what I mean? Like it's a vaccine you're getting. You know what I mean? It's straight lead. You understand? The Lord knows how to, you know what I mean? He's the best. He's a man of what? He's a man of war.
That's right.
You understand? You thinking you coming in here and you trying to play around with the Lord business, you trying to be what? Lukewarm? He going what? Spew you out. You understand? Right? Let me see. Go back to Jude now.
Come on.
Right? Hold on. Read verse 6 again to show you that the similarities with what Peter is saying here and Jude is saying. Yeah, read verse 6.
Come on.
We're trying to get to understand. Come on.
Turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
You understand? Like he trying to get you to, he trying to sink it in your skull. These are examples of people who not to be like. Don't follow after these people. You come in, you imagine a brother come in the truth. You and him sitting down in class learning not to murmur, and he's murmuring. Or she's murmuring. He's bad talking everybody with you. And you think, well, you know what I mean? Yeah, I see what he's saying. Yeah, he might be right. This, that, the other. And lo and behold, your mind is poisoned. Her mind is poisoned. And he leaves and he's out. He's, I mean, shalom, but you all don't have the truth. I have the truth. Let me show you. You understand? You could be silly enough to, you know what I mean, follow after a sister or a brother who comes in here and don't even take in the knowledge that he's given. And when I say take in, meaning what? He's not practicing it. You understand? There's a difference. You know when a brother is practicing or not. You questioning, yeah, I wonder if you may want to check. You understand? Some ain't right, some ain't feeling right. You know what I mean? The scripture said to do what? Go to here and there alone. He ain't hear you. Then bring it to the priest of the Lord. Bring it to your captain. You're the man over your city. You understand? It's simple to get evil out of here. All right? And he's trying to make you aware that there are people who come in here unawares. You understand? Where, you know what I mean, you all about this, you all about the truth. And then before you know it, hey, where's such and such? Oh, he left. Oh, man. He was a good brother. Oh, yeah, he was a good brother? Oh, where he is? Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess good brothers, yeah, I mean, out there, not in here, right? No, there's another way around, brother. If he was good, he'd have been here. He'd have been practicing, he'd have been trying to practice what Christ said to do. If she was trying to be good, you understand? Even Christ said what? There's none good but the what? Father. He was that humble. You understand? There's work to be done. You understand? And you better not sit down there and entertain, you know what I mean, somebody who trying to come in here unawares. You understand? Now go back to Jude. You finish it up. Let me go back to Jude. Okay.
Come on. Jude 1 and 8.
Go ahead.
Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities. Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but saith the Lord, rebuke thee.
What is this saying here? Come on, impress me. Yo, this joint here, man. Joint here again, man. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, y'all gonna, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna just see cop right here looking, you know what I mean? Starting to sweat, all kind of thing. Big. But go ahead. It's right. Come on. Who want to take a shot at verse 9?
Slug it, sir. I'll give it a shot.
Come on, come on.
Is this when like I said, you know, they're arguing over you know, how pretty much not judgment day will go, but how we're going to be judged. Like Satan's job is to like make you look terrible. Like he didn't do this, he didn't do that. And Christ, like the mediator, saying, you know, pretty much, you know, giving us a second chance. But Moses, they were arguing where is he going to be buried. But that was humans doing that.
No. You use a word there that is not saying what the verse just said.
I'm not going to slack it. Yeah, Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses. And So yeah, like that's where they were trying to figure out, does he deserve to be have the proper burial?
Okay.
And go ahead.
Okay. You gotta bring me home with it, because it's trying to explain something to you right here. I don't want to give you it.
So, like, if I may, I don't want.
Come on.
It's just like don't let Satan have accusation against you from being where you're supposed to be.
No. Remember, this is what Michael the archangel, and he is what? He's talking to who? To Satan, right? About what? The bones of Moses. But he said does not bring you what? A railing what?
Accusation.
What is a railing accusation? Come on.
Like a big lie, a false accusation.
Accusation says a charge or claim that someone has done something illegal or wrong.
And it's what? Railing, meaning mother effer such and such. You bastard such and such. But it says what? He did not do it. He did not do that. What did he do?
Come
on.
So like this, sir. This would be saying that for brothers who come in unawares, in the same way that Michael didn't bring a railing accusation unto Satan, we should not bring a railing accusation unto the brothers that come in unawares. That's
Okay. Because the ones that came in unawares, remember, they left out doing what? Basically bad talking the truth, giving the truth a bad reputation. You understand? What it basically trying to show you here is order. Just order. How they deal with each other. They don't deal. They dealt with that. You know what I mean? Like brothers should deal with each other.
Respect.
He ain't coming. Yes, he ain't come and say you mother effer. Nah, them bones. Nah, better. No, they dealt with it. What? What's that? Read that last verse.
Kanawakan. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, "The Lord rebuke thee."
But just said what? The Lord what?
Rebuke thee.
Rebuke thee. You understand? Meaning they didn't have a full out, you know what I mean, what you call nigga argument. You understand? It was done in order, in decency. You understand? Read on.
Kanawakan, verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not, but what they know naturally as brute beasts. In those things they corrupt themselves.
You understand what it's saying? What is it saying here? Come on.
He's talking about these type of people. They lean toward the carnal part of life. That's where they go.
Basically, that's exactly what he's saying. Right? Read that verse over one more time. But these what?
Kanawakan. But these speak evil of those things which they know not.
Right. These speak evil of things they don't know not. Who's these?
The wicked ones.
The one that crept in unawares.
Oh, All
right. The one that crept in unawares. They speak what? Evil of things they what?
They know not.
They know not. Shut your damn mouth. Come in here and learn. Shut up. You know nothing. Keep that in the back of your head. You'll be just right. Look that man in the mirror. I know nothing. I'm a dummy. Right? Read on.
Kanawakan. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves.
Survival of what? The fittest. Now, he ain't supposed to be in charge. He too quiet. He too this. He too that. He too this. I'm an alpha. I Negro, go out there and be alpha. When you will and be an alpha, see how much alpha he is. You know what I mean? He this, he to that. I know how to make righteous judgment. This, that, the other. You understand? But knows what? Nothing. You know nothing. So guess what? You don't know who's an alpha, you don't know nothing. Right? Instead, you want to do what? You want to bring what? A railing what? Accusation against your what? Your own brother. No. What this remind you? What this is telling you to do? What is they following in chapter and verse 9? Verse 9, you learn what? Brotherhood. You understand? You know it. Meaning, if you have an ought with a brother, you do what? You go to he and there alone. You understand? And if your brother hear you, what happens? You gain your brother. That's it. Come on.
Okay, so the part that, if I may, sir, the part that says but said, let the Lord rebuke thee.
Right. So he just telling you, the Lord basically going to decide. The Lord going to rebuke you nonetheless with whatever you're going to bring. You know what I mean? He's not the one, you know what I mean, arguing or, you know what I mean, cursing Satan out and telling me you're stupid, this, that, rah, rah, rah. He ain't bringing no real accusation against Satan, but he's just saying, the Lord rebuke you. You're all going to deal with it. You know what I mean? I forget what happened to Moses' bones in the end. If it got buried in the promised land or he didn't make it himself. Yeah, I know he didn't make it, but his bones, that's what I was arguing about, where they was going to bury his bones. All right, read on.
Verse 11. Woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain and ran treated.
They have gone in the way of what?
In the way of Cain.
And we know Cain did what? Yes. Cain commit what? Murder. Cain killed Abel unlawfully. It was murder. Right? Read on.
And ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward.
Balaam, you all remember Balaam?
There's a number.
Right. Balaam, I believe, is the brother, is a prophet who I think either the Amorites or one of them.
The Moabites, sir.
Yeah.
He advised the Moabites.
Yes, I believe so. For hire. He was higher. Yes, he was higher. And he was telling them, yo, you can't go against them if they're following the Lord. If you go against them while they're serving the Lord, you are going to lose. You understand? You know what I mean? That is somebody, brother, you know what I mean? You do not want to have that type of reputation. That type of reputation is nigh unto your Martin Luther King, your Creflo Dollar, your T.D. Jakes, who will what? Sell you out for what? For money. That's right. Right? Read on.
And ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward, and perished in the gainsaying of Kor. Verse 12. These are spots in your feast of charity, when they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear. Clouds they are without water, carried about of winds. Trees whose fruit wherewith without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots.
You understand? He giving it a poetic. These MF is basically not to the word followed. Right. You know what I mean? They're rooted up, they pluck up, they everything you describe about them is totally what? Negative. You don't want to be like them. You understand? All right?
Like you, sir. It said trees without fruit, without fruit twice dead. Good night.
Yeah, you understand? You understand? Like he trying to tell you, like, this type of man with this type of reputation, you do not want to be. And he bringing what examples to show you do not be like this, or the Lord is going to do what? He's going to kill you. He bring up examples of how the archangel and Satan carried on a conversation. I try to show you this is how you should do it. Don't do it like this. You understand? Don't go bring a railing accusation against your brother. Right? Don't go bring a railing accusation against your brother. For what? We have a system set up here to deal with this type of situation. You understand? We have a government set up here already. All right. Okay. With that, we up on the time. Any more questions online or any questions inside the room?
It's like I said, the new young man. If we ever got a question,
come on.
I wanted to know the different forms. I wanted to know the different forms. I wanted to know the different forms of adultery.
Different forms of adultery.
Yeah.
Okay, adultery is just there's one form of adultery. Adultery is when okay, I think I understand your question. Okay, adultery is when a woman, right, who has a man and she goes sleeps with another man, right? Or a man, he commits adultery when he goes sleeps with a woman who already has a man. You understand? We all know that what? A man could have more than one woman. You understand? Just let that other woman not be what? Your brother's woman. You understand? All right? Young man, you clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Or on the other side, a man could also commit adultery by what? Leaving his woman. You leave your woman, you say, oh, that's it, we done, get out my house, pack your clothes, whatever. Or you just say, I'm leaving, that's it. You are going to force this woman into committing adultery. She is going to sleep with another man because you left her. You understand? Now, there's a way you could leave your woman. The only way you can leave your woman is if she does what? Commits adultery, or I should say fornication, right? Adultery is just one aspect of what? Fornication, right? That woman keys your car up, burn your clothes and your car. She's still your wife. You understand? With all the gas or kerosene she has on her, you know what I mean, on her clothes or whatever. You laying on next to her and she smell like kerosene because she just lit your car on fire. That's your wife, huh? Find a way. You're gonna have to find a way to deal with her. She ain't commit adultery. She just burn your clothes. You say what? You gonna buy? We get some new ones. She just key the car up. That's okay, brother. She's still a woman, nonetheless. All right. You good with that?
So it's like, yeah, sir.
Okay.
No, I want to ask one more question. So no matter what, y'all can't leave each other.
Say that one time.
So no matter what, y'all can't leave each other. Y'all can't leave one another.
Okay, it's not no matter what. A woman, you can leave a woman if she commits adultery. That woman commits adultery, she is done. She's, you know what I mean, out of it. That's it. That's what Christ was trying to explain. Christ was trying to explain to the Sadducees and Pharisees that in past times with Moses, he allowed you to write a bill of divorce, but it was not like that from the beginning. So the only way today you can leave your wife is if she does what? Commits fornication, unlawful sex. Adultery is one of them. Bestiality is another. You understand? That whole, I mean, rubbing up, you know what I mean? That, what's the term they use? Her doing a lesbian act, you know what I mean? That's fornication.
Okay.
You're good? Okay. With that, before we close it out, right? I know what's the brother name? Zion.
Come on, sir.
Do you want to do it right now?
Come on, sir.
Okay, so we'll pass the class over to Fayetteville, right? Fayetteville, you all going to close it out, right? All right.
Come
So
on.
Zion just have one last thing to do. So you just call the other 3 highest ranking men in the room and get it done. All right.
Come
So
on.
with that, I'm gonna pass the class, me over to Fayetteville, right?
Come on.
Go ahead. So you can take the camera. They just gonna give us how to run off.
Salaki Cap.
Yeah.
You want me to go ahead and do both?
No. Just one.
Okay, come on, sir.
And that's the one for you.
Come on, sir. Go ahead, Bunker. Sister Princess, could you present yourself, Baba Kusha? You want to stand? Come over here and stand in front of us, Baba Kusha. Everybody to all right? Full side Christ. Let me get this thing right. Kalaya Pa. Hold that for me right now. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shemala Taba Hashim Yahweh Shah. It's been a long time. Come and get a sister a hand, y'all. Baba Kusha, man. You know what I'm saying? And ISUPK, you can't come in here and just be what you used to be when you come into the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Every brother or sister that comes into this school, we are commanded to change. We cannot stay the same in here. You understand? We cannot do the things that we used to do. And what I have seen and what we've all witnessed is a sister that has done so. And I can say this wholeheartedly. I know this to be very true. You know what I'm saying? And each and every last one of us, you can see all of us have changed. And I can say truly that this sister has changed her life. You know what I'm saying? Get us. So, from this day forward, you will no longer be called Sister Princess. Your name will now be Kalaya Pa. Kalaya Pa. Can you say it? And you know what that means? That means changed. The scriptures say she has changed. Let me get the book of Job 14 and 14, Baba Kusha. Who got it for me? Book of Job 14 and 14. She has changed or changed. No, each and every last one of us have a story that goes along with our name and where it comes from. We can go into the lexicon and see what it means according to these scriptures. You understand? You got it right there? Read it for me.
Book of Job, chapter 14, verse 14. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come.
To my what?
Till my change come.
So all the days will he wait, you know what I'm saying, till the change come. You understand? So everything that you done in this truth since you came in here, and all the serving and all the food and all the shalom, Yahweh, Shemalatha, all that means, oh, you know what that really means? It means change. You understand? And you waited, and guess what? Your change has come. You understand? And you have been a change, not up under what you think, but you've been a change to Commanding General Yohana. You understand? This not about a thing that about any the brothers that are in here and the sisters that are in here. We are in service to the Most High. You understand? And Commander General Yohana has set a place in here for us to exhibit that change. Most High in Christ. So what we're gonna do right now? Now, sis. Now you my sister, so I gotta shoot it to you real now. This is your opportunity to run. This is your chance to say, you know what, I'm not. This it. Once you take this all in your head, you are saying to the Most High Power that I belong to you. Step forward if you're ready for it. Get his sister a hand. Can you unwrap that thing? How we do this thing? I don't know how to. There you go. It's a lock. You got. That's right. Most High Christ. So from now on, your name would no longer be Sister Princess. Your name would be what? Kalaya Pa. Kalaya Pa, meaning she is changed or changed. You understand? And with that, we're gonna do these anointing prayers. And when we get here, I'm gonna tell you what to do, okay? Yabaraka Yahweh. Washamarika. Yar Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakah. Wayakanka. Yayashah. Yahweh. Panyawa. Al Yakah. Wayashamlaka. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Kalayapa. 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 Bahashim Yahweh Shah. The water of man. Get a sister a hand, brothers. And the sister would no longer be called Sister Princess. Her name is now Kalayapa. And with that, we're going to turn this class over to preach the prophet of the Lord, Bunker, y'all. Sister, if you get with the brother that's over the Lashawan Kodash class, he's going to break it down to you. And from now on, your name will be Kalayapa, meaning she is changed. You understand? This is a life that you live that is changed forever. Most High Christ.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Purim, the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month. That's Monday, February 14th and Tuesday the 15th of 2022. According to the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31, we're going to be having it here at the school. Okay. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yadamatah. Sar. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Athaba, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Matah, class dismissed. Into the prayer. I'm sorry, Christ.